categorize things.
Okay.
If a person is actually a licensed attorney for the Bar Association and he paid on their end of the work to get this bar, period. That's all the benefit. So apparently either one of the attorneys are, they're all on the attorneys. I'm an attorney. I did the whole trial. I did the trial. I had a federal case. I did the trial. I did the trial. I did the trial. They didn't do a trial. They didn't do the trial. I did the trial. I don't want to make the transcript. I've been barred for 30 years. So, I mean, what else you want from that?
Do we have a working?
Can you understand what he's saying, Brian?
Yeah, I'm waiting. We locked up right here.
I know that this man actually gets me period for 30 years. I heard a lot of people. So, you probably don't feel that way in attorneys, brother. I said I've been telling people that one of the lawyers, if they were lawyers, they probably wouldn't really expert what they do. All I do is come to defense work. So, I can't speak for them. I'm just telling my position. Which I guarantee I'm not. I didn't get paid last time. I still work the case. So is that enough evidence?
Did you hear what he said?
The whole trial, I didn't get paid all my money. Is that enough?
Yeah, well, that's the start.
He didn't get paid his money.
I did a whole jury trial, and then I got screwed. They paid all the money. They paid me all my money, and I did the whole trial. You can stop. Okay, so I didn't quit before. I was involved. I've been 30 years of practice. All my the bar, my name on the bar. That wasn't one disciplinary action at all. So that's all I'm saying. So,
okay, the next question I want to ask is us out here, the supporters of Malachi. What do you need us to do to give you the support you need to be effective as possible in the case?
Just hire me and I'm going to go from there. I think that's asking another question. That's what I do different, right? All right, we'll go back to that question. Ask me. Well, I'm not sure what the other plans were. One, I'm going to do actions within that are legal. The other attorneys I heard were doing things about sovereign citizenship, Indian citizenship, trying to get stuff for like being diplomat and stuff like that. I'm not doing any of that stuff. That's nothing going to go nowhere. One of the things that a law I can use, United States Supreme Court law, appellate work, something like that, to try to do what I can do for them.
What he said was, it's out of his jurisdiction to talk about Liberian diplomats and shit like that. That's what he said.
Everybody has their own position what they want to do, brother. I'm saying I'm doing actual work that I know it's going to work. It's going to work based on the laws and case law and precedent of the United States of America.
So you think that you have the sufficient case law and the precedent to be a success in this situation?
I think, okay, let's say let's give it what we got. We know he's been in there for 22 years, correct?
Yeah.
We know that other made efforts at things after the trial, the verdict, people made efforts at raising money, do things, and from citizenship, diplomat, this and that, right? And nothing worked, correct?
Yeah.
So we know those things. We know they even filed a 2255 or any type of counsel against me. That didn't work either, correct?
Okay.
We know that they had one attorney, and even Abigail Washington came back. Washington, who was one of the witnesses, came back and said she didn't tell the truth. And after the attorney they hired withdrew her statement, said she was lying, technically, right? From my understanding, right? So, and all motions I filed for new trial were withdrawn by the attorney they hired after me. Well, so those are the givens. So now, in the situation here is, he got over 100 years and sentenced over 100 years, right? So the person will say, from where he is, what he cannot do from where he is now. So from the holes that he's in now, based on actions that made by people. Other than that, I was not there at all. So I say this to you. I think that I would get a chance of getting a new trial. Nobody, I can't say 1,000%, oh, you're not guaranteed a new trial. That'd be unethical of me to say that part. I can't guarantee that part. But I will say this, there's new evidence that I've found and been researching on that evidence that will give us a very good, solid legal chance, ethical chance of getting a new trial, possibly. That's all I say. I think it was very good for effort. Let me say this, I was on the case 22 years ago, right? Yeah, I didn't say anything. I always, like I said, subconsciously work on the case because I'm a true lawyer. I'm a pure lawyer. I mean, I think about cases all the time, right? Particular cases I didn't win. I don't lose in the case, but when I think about, man, how could I have done that better? Just subconsciously, that's always working. And I was going through these cases, I think about how could I have done this case better, blah, blah. So my thing is, and in the midst of doing that, I saw the new case law has been passed and stuff like that that can help them out and give them better better chance of getting a new file. Can I guarantee 1,000% no, but I think we have a great, just solid motion we can file that makes sense, that's coherent, everybody understands, and that I guess look from the courts, yes.
So it's stronger than a weaker. Like you got a better chance now than before, right? Can you hear me?
I get the question right now.
You say from what you're looking at that you have a better chance now than you did before.
Yes, I was definitely a better chance I did appeal before. I think after this, the case law that's been passed, the case laws and stuff that passed recently, things like that, I think it was a better chance that the original appeal I filed. I thought first appeal I filed, the case was good. So good too. I think particularly the issue I filed about the
Ask him how you want to approach it. What's his first step to approach it?
Well, with our reaction to that, yeah, he was asking what's the first step, but our reaction to that.
First up, I got to look back at the state case itself. I think it's an issue with the state case itself. I look back at that as a core issue. And there are things I've done too. There's some new law that's passed.
Is it going to be easy to get rid of the state case?
What you say is?
Is it going to be easy to get rid of the state case?
Hold on one second. What you say is?
It's going to be easy to get rid of the state case?
Yeah.
The state case is dead doctrine.
Let's see what I can do to modify that if I can. That impact of living because that's the core of the whole case, the state case. And I can try to attack that and the reasons for it, why you get the state case. Well, it really was it's what the my opinion is a state case that they made federal.
They made it.
Yeah, that's right.
And actually, I don't take the question, but how was even without most of that way, they were even like crime state crime at the time. They saw that like after most of these filed back then. Alright, that was in the back then by state. I still walk up with other angles on that. We're doing emotionally filed and talking about some things based on that and based on some new things that have happened.
So basically, you saying this updated case law that strengthens the position stronger than it was before.
New evidence. He's saying new evidence.
Okay, and the big obstacle right now is the financial matters to get the case to get you under retainer. Okay.
All the time. So that's the whole, that take a lot of time just to answer the question, people updated. If you think, you're not stealing money and questions like that, what are you doing, stuff like that. All I have to tell all the time just reestablishing my credibility on that part, build a lot of time on that part. And then after that part, then after doing the actual substance of the work itself, And after that part, then after doing the substance of the work, and I found there won't be more interpretations of what I did, All that is a lot of this in terms of doing it and also relating and breaking it down layman terms so people understand what's happening. And then, obviously, explaining about the order because a little bit down still because he's incarcerated in a mass security prison. So I have to make sure I try to pay everything to him, so understand what's happening there, as well as people in the community that are interested, like you all talking about supporting those things like we said about informing on all platforms.
So that's the next question I was going to ask you about your availability to go to particular different platforms and so that we can get the community support we need behind you as you push this issue.
I'm not going to be able to go to the house to go and do something like this.
Yeah, or at your leisure if you think you need to get us informed of something, or if new updates come where we can know whatever, because it's only so much you can say as an attorney representing him because of the,
After her, before her.
On both sides. Like right now we trying to, so right now we at the phase where we have to come up with a certain amount of money. The retainer fee would be how much?
To start.
We starting with 60,000, right? We starting with 60,000.
Yeah. That's what it started.
Why is it 60,000, bro?
it's honestly some of this. And they don't need more than that for sure, because after the motions get filed, it can't just may expand some things. I mean, some of them may be extended. Other motions on top of those motions depends on replies from the government and stuff like that, you know. So, but yeah, I get us started. I think so. What I also do is I get the first drop on.
Can we do this? Hold on. Can you hear me? Hold on, Adrian. Do you got anybody in your lab that want to ask questions?
The first draft of the brief. I ain't had draft. Maybe the actual file will be done. So draft probably a little earlier than that, but to have something filed, I say let me get a draft on 120 days. Because that would just mean we can review.
Here's what I don't be understanding. In 2021, when I spoke to Rod Hayes about Dr. Malachi Z. York's situation, Rod Hayes told me to my own ears, Malachi is going to get out. He ain't worried about that. He don't need people to know about his case because he already, he already gave me the bump that he getting out. Larry is who everybody need to know about. That's what he told me. Almost verbatim. I came to you in 2021, gang. I came to you in 2021 when you was pushing for Larry. You told me Pop don't need nobody to know he in there because he already coming out. So why do y'all be acting like y'all in tune with Pops, and why do people be acting like they like on some psychic level and whatever? I just don't understand that part. Because it's like, I guess my voice ain't loud enough then. Because I've been screaming, let's get Pop out. Everybody act like they ain't hear me. They act like they didn't hear me. Or they kept it under wraps. I don't know what's up with these people. What the hell is going on? It's like a glitch. You know what I mean? Let me show you something I just saw when I was just sitting here. He went on the Black Magic show. What, maybe 2 years ago, seemed like? What is Black Magic doing right here on this thumbnail? Because he said, speaks on Malachi York this land. What is this? Because I know what that symbol mean. And the Masons know what the symbol mean. Masons, what do it mean? Because that just happened to be the thumbnail. And Black Magic hit me up about a year ago, not even that long, less than a year ago. And was like, yo, I didn't know who you was. You wouldn't be there, da-da-da-da, whoop-de-whoop. You know what I mean? And was like, yo, he hit me up. We literally got on the phone. He's like, yo, man, we gonna do a phone call. We gonna do a show, man. I need to get you on there. And I was already been told behind the scene. He like, you know he don't mess with Pops, right? You know he don't rock with Pops. That's what the message was coming to me. He like, don't be surprised if that man switch up because he don't fuck with Pops. And he switched up. You can't tell me the reason that you went from telling me I got the phone records. You understand? This type of stuff I keep. You can't tell me you went from, oh, we gonna get you on the show, da-da-da-da, to you snuck out the back door, you unfollowed me, all of that, you removed me as a follower. What's going on with these people? That's a sign of secrecy. That's what the thumbnail is. I thought people would pick up on it. I'm trying to remember what movie they put it in. They might have been a Da Vinci Code. And Alex Jones, a few people do that. It's almost like saying, shh. You know what I mean? But it's supposed to be slick. People ain't really supposed to know what that is. It's showing your, what is it called? Loyalty to concealment or the lodge. You know what I mean? And your Obi. So I'm like, damn, it's crazy. Why this happened to be the thumbnail? Because we choose our thumbnail. You know what I mean? These people they not with Pops. Think about it. You put Rod Hayes on your platform to talk about Dr. York. You wouldn't bring on the loudest person out here about him to talk about Dr. York. He brought Bedell on. Yeah, they gonna bring everybody on except Faise One. Do the math. They gonna bring everybody on except Faise. Rod had every opportunity to pull me on any of his platforms, YouTube, Instagram, anything. I've literally got my DMs when I'm like, yo, I want to come on there and speak. Back in 2021. And he told me, he said, I'm about to get off of here. I'm going to be done with the online because the king's about to walk the land. The nigga was on live the next day. I'm like, bro, everybody going to keep playing me? I only had like 24,000 followers back then. I'm like, not even that. I'm like, everybody going to keep playing me? What the hell? So now I'm still trying to figure it out. You put up this video. Rod Hayes, game's over. Let's free Master Teacher Malachi York today. We are breaking the matrix. And you talking to an attorney, and you don't even deal with attorneys. I don't understand what's going on right now. You know you don't deal with attorneys. So how is this finna work? I look at just this screenshot right here. I'm looking at the man's face. He don't believe nothing they telling him. So please tell me, what is this about? What is this for? And Tyba Jet was even talking about this recently. And they were like, Rod Hayes don't have nothing. I think Rod Hayes commented like, I don't have nothing to do with any fundraising or none of that. And I'm looking at this. Well, Tyba Jet must be psychic then, because I see the PayPal, donate, Patreon thing. Okay. It says donate right here with the PayPal. So Tyba Jet, what she saw into the future? Because I saw him comment talking about something. I don't have nothing to do with this. You know what I mean? I ain't doing no fundraising. And then just a day ago, August 15th, you put up this video and y'all are raising money. You know what I mean? And if somebody commented, was like, Faise raising, let me find this shit. Somebody said, Faise been raising money. They said, Faise been raising money. You see my comment? No, the hell I have not. Not for this. I have not received enough info to fundraise for this. You ain't never seen me raise money for Pops. Don't throw me in that. All right? Let's get this clear. I'm putting fingers in your face. I don't raise money for Pops because I don't know who the fuck to trust. Ain't nobody been proven to be trustworthy that ever raised money for Pops. Do you hear me? One more time. One more time. There's been proven nobody that ever raised money and said, this is for Dr. York's legal, this is for Dr. York's commissary, this is for Dr. Ain't nobody ever been proven to be trustworthy and telling the truth. And that's crazy because damn near everybody done took up money for Pops. And that's what it's all been about. This whole time. Money, it be all about some bread. That's all it's been about this whole time. So don't throw me in there. I don't know what the hell. I don't know none of that. I don't know what they doing. I don't know what they doing. All I know is Adrian Patrick came out of nowhere. I tried to see what was going on. The shit blew up in front of. We had a whole town hall call. Matter of fact, I don't know if I still got that call. I might be able to play it for y'all to see. Let y'all see what happened. Let y'all see what went down. And that I don't be on here just talking. I actually tried to help to see what was going on with that. Let me see if I can get it. Because they got the Tyba Jet thing. Hold on. And Tyba Jet said they edited the video where Pops talking about she was taking up money from people and that she was scamming people. I'm telling y'all, that's a lie. Pops, they didn't edit that video. Pops really said that on like 4 different recordings. So that's a lie. They didn't edit that. Okay, let me find it. Because somebody put the shit in the, a link, a Dropbox link to the phone call, which I don't know why they did that. Let me see. Somebody like, as an audio engineer for a professional living, It's easy to tell that this is pieced together, spliced, and edited. Very easy to tell. I'm surprised none of you picked up on it yet. I commented on that comment. I said, wrong. There's more in-depth. They just didn't post it. And this is just one of the audios where he clearly states the same thing. They ain't edit that. You know what I mean? Anything to just deal with. And she still ain't dealt with what was actually said. She keep dealing with what they going. Well, no, if Pop said that, he said that. And she keep trying to make it seem like, oh, Pop said put out the trial. Pop didn't say none of that. But he did say he don't know nothing about what you got going on with these fundraisers you're doing. He don't know about that. That's what he said. He said he don't know what you got going on. So address that. You haven't addressed that yet. That Pop said you's taking money from people. They didn't edit that. Is that going to be your stance? Is the next stance going to be the AI thing? They did not edit that. I sat there and listened to the whole call. And he went into depth about how he don't know what you got going on with this money thing. It's all about some money. It's been money from the beginning. Right? Let me see where it's at. I'm looking for the thing. Okay, here go the call. Because I was on the town hall call. I be telling you, I don't just be on here. I be everywhere trying to see what's going on. Trying to see the same lawyer, everything that was on that call. Saying they was working with Pops, da-da-da-da-da, whoop-de-whoop. All right, let me see. It should pop up. If it don't, then I don't know what to tell y'all, but it should be a phone call in these records that they put out for the town hall. So Adrian Patrick was supposed to be coming back, and I think that's interesting that we came on here, we played that Untold Truth documentary where Adrian Patrick was sitting there speaking with Bundy, right? And then all of a sudden, Adrian Patrick popped right up out of nowhere. I don't think that's by accident. Let me see.
You can go ahead and file things and everything.
Go ahead, Captain.
Diplomatic. Let's see.
Okay.
So we
But other
and that could
some of stuff.
hear it, like what you're talking, hear it, and bring some more support towards the effort. That's what
All right,
I'm
here you
looking
go.
at. I'm not. Are you?
So this
you
when
know,
I came and got on the phone call.
Are you able to like share
Both of those things are to be.
what you got?
Hold on.
I'm not attempting intention.
I don't know who they are. That's why I asked who the attorney.
On the case. So, and that could be crazy. You understand? So,
I'm Bodie and Chestnut's son. So I'm not
Okay.
sure if you.
okay.
I heard the name Bodie for sure. Yeah.
So the whole purpose of me getting on this call is to talk to Adrian Patrick. I didn't want to talk to Ibrahim because I didn't know what Ibrahim had going on, right? And there was some stuff going on with the family that I'm like, yo, I already handled this stuff. And here go the simple truth. The simple truth is people were not being truthful. Any issue that was supposed to be had with York, we came on here in front of everybody and we found out there was no issue. But that's not what her brothers were being told. You feel what I'm saying? And her brothers and them was getting active, thinking that I had issue with and I came on here in front of everybody and said, there's no reason. But how am I have an issue with somebody clearly saying out in front of everybody, 300 people was on that live, that there's no issue. You understand? So Ibrahim is the brother who y'all are hearing that's beyond the other brother who talk kind of slow. That's Adrian Patrick. And the other brother is Ibrahim, who's Dr. Melikazi York's son. All right? He was trying to get in touch with me through my brother. And because of all the drama, and I had already said, yo, we cutting out all that drama. We focusing on bringing Pop home. When my brother got in touch with me and said, yo, Ibrahim is trying to get in touch with you. And he said, yo, was on the phone. And I said, nope, I don't want to hear nothing said. I said, what Ibrahim talking about? And he said, he basically saying the same thing. I said, well, I don't want to talk to him either. And I told my brother what to do to get on up out of that because they were pulling him into some stuff that my brother wasn't really prepared to even deal with on the psychic self-defense level, if you understand. So I just showed him how to get on up out of it, the ritual to do, and then, all right, we going on beyond that because I don't know what they got going on because I keep saying we don't want no negativity, and it seems like negativity only coming from the people who's rejecting negativity according to their narrative. If I'm rejecting their negativity, then I'm the negative one. That's what everybody kept approaching me with. People calling me, say, I need you to talk to this person. I want you to handle it. Listen, we just handled it in front of everybody. It shouldn't be no problem now. The next day, I'm getting slandered. I'm like, you know what? We'll cut all that out. Everybody cut that out. Don't send me nothing they say. Don't tell me nothing they say. And I haven't heard from them since then. And they've been trying to get, I don't hear nothing they doing. All I know is since I done blocked them out of more mental clarity, it's been clearer. right? I've been getting closer and closer to find out what's going on with the case. I've been talking to more important people every day, and I ain't had no problems. So when I said we were gonna block them, it was only for that reason, because they keep clouding shit up, right? Meaning shouldn't nobody be bringing me nothing they was saying, and that's exactly what went down. So they tried to go through my brother, and I told them I'll shut that down. They notice how they coming through you. If they could, my number ain't hard, you know what I mean? And it ain't hard to reach me, but they trying to come through you, thinking that no. And we shut all of that down. So that was my only introduction personally to Ibrahim. Other than that, he ran with my father. They were close. Him and my father was close. So his relationship with my dad, I literally said when his name came up before all this even blew up, as somebody who might have been a possible brother who was upset with me, I told the person who was telling me that, I said, tell him, talk to my dad. I'm not their age. There's a system we have set up. If he thinks that I've stepped over the line, tell him talk to my dad, and my dad will come to me. She didn't listen. And it's clear she didn't listen because she didn't understand what I was saying, that him and my dad ran. So if there was something that is the respectful way to handle it is if one of the sons is getting out of order, the fathers handle it. They talk to each other and the father get on his son. Instead of somebody coming to get on the father's son, there's a system that we have set in place where if I'm out of line, if that was the case, then the father investigates because that's how you maintain brotherhood. That's how you stop stuff from getting messy. And sometimes sisters don't understand that. That's how you keep things on the up and up. But you wanted me to talk to these. No, tell these elders, talk to my dad. That's why I kept saying, tell them to talk to the one who was there with them. So anything and that just happened recently. It just happened that they had a conversation. I said, that's what I've been saying this whole time. I shouldn't be involved with nothing that has anything to do with any type of confusion when it comes to the elders, because we have a system where them elders talk to each other. The one who's closest to the person who's the subject, that's who speaks to them. And they didn't do it that way. And they expected me to respond respectfully when y'all not doing this the right way. How am I respecting y'all coming at me when I got a whole father that you can talk to who's alive and he's breathing and y'all can speak to him. You understand? So the key thing was when that happened, I didn't have no problem. Still don't have no problem with Ibrahim. Still don't have no problem with Izzy. I ain't never had no problem with none of them because you got to really have an issue with somebody. From where I'm coming from, you got to actually have an issue for there to be an issue. No, there was a misunderstanding. All right. Somebody either lied to y'all or you just didn't know what was happening. You saw me in the middle of something that two other grown people had going on. Right, which I was rectifying that, and you threw me in it. Either way, I was like, you know what, whatever. I see that Ibrahim is attached to this Adrian Patrick thing. I don't care. Whatever it is, if we here to help Pop, fine, I'm going to overlook all of that. That's how I wound up getting on this call. You feel what I'm saying? Even though I was thinking that this Ibrahim was somebody else that they had me talking to, because all of them be sounding the same fucking way to me. I didn't know what it was on. All I knew was I was there to talk to Adrian Patrick because he's the lawyer or the attorney, right? And any other thing that people had going on, I wasn't on that no more. Right. So this is a platform, a forum where all the nation is tuned into. That's the clan mother. Right. That's the federal agents is there. That's the people who's raising the money for the attorneys. You had Prince York and the rest of them, the Williams and Williams law firm and his mom, Shalimar Alderham. Everybody was there. I know they all there because they all tune in. Even the motherfuckers who you don't know is there. Right. So I don't know why he felt like that was the time to bring up his issue with me and Omar. I don't know why he felt that was the time to do that. Same one who was saying we ain't gonna do no drama. I didn't get that. Right. Especially when I kept saying, yo, I'm not in this. I'm not here for that. And then eventually it just became what they do. He said, I don't know why the moderators, same like Clubhouse, why the moderators not moving them down. They moved me down before I could talk to Adrian Patrick. Do y'all understand? So I don't know what that means, but what I do know is that everybody made efforts to make sure everybody else could talk to Adrian Patrick. When it came time for me to talk to him, I kept getting blocked, and that's what y'all are about to hear. You hear me? I don't know what that means. All I know is that's what happens, and I'm way deeper than just this surface shit. I feel like that happened from another plane because they don't want certain people close to that fire. I get close to that fire, niggas start getting nervous. You with me? And I'm close to it. Tell me. I'm close to that fire. So y'all about to hear it. Watch.
Yeah.
You said you
never heard Bodie before?
I've heard the name Bodie. I've heard the name Paul. Maybe I met Bodie. I've met a lot of people. I know the name Bodie
No,
for
it's
sure.
okay. He was just telling you. He was just being like,
Oh,
he was being transparent.
I got it. No problem. Yes, sir. What's the question?
So most people know me out in the world as Faise One, right? When I attempted to go to, I'm not really being funny, I'm just going to be who I am. I just got to tell you like it is. I went to the Williams. I was being told everything was being held under wraps. Pops don't want nothing out. They might have been told that. I don't know that. What I do know is I think I may have heard y'all say that it wasn't something that had to be discreet. So if this is an effort, like I'm hearing about the retainer and things like that, if this is an effort that everybody can be involved in, how would you feel about opening it up to the public?
Okay, so let me stop right there. The average person with sense would have heard the question, they understand it. I just asked, I said, yo, Williams & Williams law firm said they keeping everything under wraps. Everything's a fucking secret. Okay. I asked, with this particular effort or this particular endeavor, how do you feel about opening it up to the public? This is what I'm asking to the attorney, Adrian Patrick.
This is where the gag orders come in. This is where the gag orders come in, Faise. This is where the gag order come in, and this is going to... Oh, wait a minute. You wanted to talk. I'm sorry, Adrian. Go ahead.
Let me say, now, I don't know anything about Williams & Williams. I'm not a part of them now. But let's be very clear on that. I don't know who they are. That's why I asked who the attorney is. I've never met Williams & Williams. I never heard that firm, nothing about Williams & Williams. Out in Georgia, I don't know who that is. I've been in law 30 years, never heard of Williams & Williams. All right? So, I know that's why who the main attorney is. I've been in law 30 years now, since 1994, never heard of them. Because I asked who that is. All right, so I'm not associated with them at all. I'm a solo practitioner, all right?
Yeah, we're going to keep it that way.
No. Okay, so I'm making sure that part. On them, whether they did it, didn't do, I don't know. I don't be associated with nobody else now. So that's that.
We're going to have a communication on the other side with the Williams and Williams. Go ahead.
No, you're saying
I want to make sure that I'm being clear on what I'm saying. Because I did come in like kind of fellowshipping. What I'm getting at is I built up a platform that has the attention of different mass communities, hip-hop community, all kinds of stuff like that. And my intention for asking that particular firm was whether or not we could bring it to the masses. Because they kept saying, oh, the family don't want to raise money. The family didn't.
Phase one.
Yeah.
We cannot, no. We're not going to talk. I'm not saying that you're being shady, but we're not.
See, bro, where's everybody's fucking discernment? Where's everybody's discernment? I talked for 15 seconds, people jumping in. We're not going to be shady. Yo, I just sat here and listened to these two brothers argue about who had the jurisdiction over Pop's whole case. What are you talking about? It's like everybody picking and choosing. I ain't came in here on no violent energy. All I'm literally explaining is, yo, I'm asking whether or not we could bring this to the masses. If you're going to tell me there's a gag order that would have prevented that, then you shouldn't be on Rod Hayes shit. You shouldn't be on nobody else shit. Why was it that? Why was it that? It could have just been, let me see what this brother is saying, right? What is he trying to explain? But then it became, oh, you're trying to be shady. I'm not being shady. The Williams & Williams law firm. And what's so crazy is people were shading each other. People say, oh, the diplomatic stuff, it don't work, and da-da-da, that's whatever they doing is what they doing, but this obviously doesn't work. What do you mean it obviously doesn't work? How about it takes time? How about it takes time, just like all this other stuff, because Adrian Patrick said it was going to be another 90 to 120 days before we heard from after the motions start. So how about it takes time instead of saying something that you know works doesn't work? You know what I mean? That's disingenuous. But I'm saying, yo, okay, let's see whether or not we can open it up to the public. I'm being told by the Williams & Williams law firm people, that's Prince York and his mama, right, that we ain't supposed to be putting this out to everybody about what's going on. But they forget. I was around watching and listening to what they were telling people to do. They said, post this on your social media. They send this around and da-da-da-da. So I came in and said, okay, I'm about to post it on my social media. Let's see what's going on. All right, we can switch this around, flip this around. They said, no, we don't want a mass campaign. I said, okay, so damn, only a few people can post it on their social media? Only certain people? Because if I post it on my social media, it's going to for sure be a mass campaign. Is that what you're saying? That I can't post it? And what Prince York do? Let me tell you what happened. Just so y'all can know and be caught up. Okay, because we moving into another part of this. All right. I don't know why you did this. I don't know why Ramses or Prince York did this, but this is what he did. They had a call about a month ago or 2 months ago now. They had a call. I got on that call. I wasn't even supposed to be speaking. I was saving my voice. But I got on that call and the brothers were trying to talk. Everybody was trying to talk, but Prince just basically dominated the whole conversation. And they let him do that. I don't know why they keep letting him do it, but they let him do it. And the elders were trying to talk. The Ansari were trying to talk. People were trying to say, yo, what's going on with the Ghana thing? Oh, my father doesn't care about that. What's happening with the diplomatic staff? Oh, my dad doesn't care about that. What's up with the clearing the name? Oh, Pop don't care about nothing but Williams and Williams. Pops don't care about nothing but Williams and Williams. That's all he care about. That is not true. That is 100% false, right? I don't know how long they're going to kick it to you, okay? Now, if you Nuwabian and Sabian and you don't be tuning in to the lies and you ain't keeping up on where we going with this, I don't know what to tell you, because a lot of y'all got the wool being pulled right over your eyes. Pop's main focus is not Williams and Williams. His main way that he want to come out is not Williams and Williams. That's not true. And then it was being said that Pops doesn't care about clearing his name. That's what Prince York said on that call. He said, oh, my father don't care. He don't care about none of that no more. It ain't nothing about no clearing his name. All he's just Williams and Williams. That's all he talk about, Williams and Williams. That's not true. Okay? Because even on the recording that just went out, y'all hear Pops clearly saying he want his name cleared. He want his family name cleared. He want his legacy cleared. Right? It's one thing to take money from people. It's one thing to steal from people. It's one thing to thieve. It's another thing to lie on top of all of that so that these other efforts are sabotaged. I don't understand that. Now, I will say this. I don't know what all y'all folks got going on. I see through all the bullshit though, but I will say this. If you got approached by the feds and they threatening you and they putting you up against your father, or they putting you up against this person, okay, you need to be letting some people know what's going on, right? Because some stuff not making sense. A lot of stuff not making sense. Y'all want to know what it all boiled down to? Why Pop been in prison this long? Money. It's always some money. It's always some money. And the one they try to throw out there, they try to throw me out there like I've been raising money in Pop name. You want to know what's crazy? I never in my life have raised a dime for Pop. Ever. Ever. They even tried to demonize me for that. They tried to demonize me because I ain't send Williams and Williams law firm no money. Well, you want to know why I ain't send Williams and Williams law firm? I know Prince and them be stealing. That's why. That's why. I know they be stealing. I know people done got hit. People, listen, I ain't say certain names I won't say because there's certain things that'll open up that will stop me being able to tell y'all what's going on. But let me tell you this. I know what's going on. I know what's going on. Its elders still ain't got their money back. They were promised a Zed Fest festival, a Zed Fest, a celebration for Pop birthday, and they were going to be able to vend at the event and all this other stuff. They were paying $400 for a location. Still ain't got their money back. Because it didn't even happen. You understand? They still, these people use their own father name and will steal money. You know what I mean? And then think about it. It's been 22 years, y'all. It's been 22 years. It's not okay what happened. It is not okay. That's why I was like, okay, I'm going to give everybody the benefit of the truth. I don't care who you are, you Prince, York, whoever. I'm going to give you the benefit of the truth. I know if you turn me away, you not right. You not right. I don't care what you say. If you turn me away, you not right. That's Taba Jet, that's Prince, everybody. If you could turn me away, something not right about you. Because I have never let go of this rope. I ain't go out into the world, Prince. I wasn't playing around with the harlots. I ain't went nowhere. I don't know who people be thinking they talking to. If you can act crazy with me, something not right about what you doing then. Something not right. And people get uncomfortable. I tell people I'm getting a lawyer, they start fidgeting and shifting and shit. I say, something not right. Because it's like more the merrier. You can't Paz at one point in time was saying it was 5 lawyers that was communicating with each other. Don't tell me it ain't no 1, 2 lawyers that can be working when everybody got a damn lawyer. What's one more lawyer? What's one more attorney? No, it ain't that it's one more lawyer. It ain't that it's one more attorney. It's the fact that it's Faise One and he ain't come here to play and we smell it on him. That's the same reason why when he asks us shit, we give him the information he asking. and hoping that he ain't on our ass. I didn't come to play with y'all. Something wrong. You know what I mean? I'm not joining no war room. I'm not joining, man, hell nah. Boy, I hope all y'all go down. And that's coming from me. That ain't coming from Pops because he different. That's coming from me. They don't want people in on this law shit that they got going on because the masses will ask questions. The tribe was taught indirectly from all these people, not Pops. Or whoever's in position, the administration just respect them and do what they say. Well, guess what? I got a mind of my own. Fuck that. The whole administration been infiltrated. It's been people sent in from the GBI, the FBI. They've been working right there with us. Y'all hear me? Right there. COINTELPRO is alive and well. Don't let nobody ever lie and tell you different. You hear me? He said, what's COINTELPRO, Faise? COINTELPRO is Rahubat. Rahubat Musar. That's COINTELPRO. You say the language? No, motherfuckers that know the language. Motherfuckers that swear up and down that they're a Sabian or a Sabian or Nuwapian or an Ansar. That be the COINTELPRO. A lot of them motherfuckers be them. What do you think? William O'Neill, they took William O'Neill down. Fred Hampton down. And William O'Neill wasn't acting like he was gang. That ain't how COINTELPRO work. If you can look and say that's COINTELPRO as an average person, then that ain't COINTELPRO. COINTELPRO look like, yo, this is my man's. We from the sandbox. He would never do nothing like that to me. This is my son. This is my daughter. She would never do something like this to me. That's COINTELPRO. That's Agent Smith. Snake don't run in the grass, you hear me? Snake don't run in the grass, do it. You don't know a snake is on your ass until it's on your ass. You hear me? Nah, y'all. They can't blame the government. They can't blame the white man. No. Pops would have been out the first year if it wasn't for the black devils, you hear me? Pops would have never went in there if it wasn't for the black devils, you hear me? The Caucasian couldn't do nothing about it. It's exactly what he said. They had to send his own against him. I'm not buying it. Something's wrong. I'm not buying it. Something's wrong. I don't have to prove myself to y'all. These motherfuckers gotta prove themselves to me. I don't know who I'm not looking for your acceptance. I don't care who you are. I'm not looking for your acceptance. I don't have nothing to prove to you. And I know you in here. Man. So what I think is happening is when I go live, they got all these years, they ain't never did that. All right? It's just time for more truth to come out. You know what I mean? And just let what need to be known. Nah, it ain't even know. I don't even think it's no Rod Hayes. I think I know who it is and who it is behind it, and it's a group of them. But it's all good. It's all good in the hood. All right? Tabajet, them folks not lying on you. Dr. Melikazi York say he don't know what you got going on with the money. He said you're scamming people. He said you're taking people's money. He said it's about money. That's what Pop said, and I heard him say it. Before they released any of these, I didn't hear none of them recordings. I heard 2 different recordings that weren't even the recordings that went out, and he said the same thing on both of them, right? And you acting like people bringing you up for no reason. People bringing you up because of how you out here. They bringing you up because of what you're doing. And Pops told Tabajet, stop. He said, stop calling these people witches and coming out here slandering them. And now you slandered his daughter. You literally did a whole thing on Oma York and attacked the lifestyle and everything. You slandered his bloodline. You know what I mean? And you think he was cool with that? He been told her to stop. She won't stop. You know what I mean? And that's the message that's been going through. So no, ain't nobody lying on Tabajet. Y'all better stop sending her money. You feel what I'm saying? Without knowing what's going on. I'm telling you that. People don't know what's going on. And he said, what's up with all this secrecy? If it's true, let it be known. Right? And one of the other brothers posted today, Best Kept Secret posted where Pops was like, people will say, you know, oh, I'm working on something for Baba. You know, only I can be trusted with this. You know what I mean? And then they raising money. He said his situation never changed. These people continue to make money. His situation didn't change. Nah, fuck all that. Let me tell y'all something. Stop being mystified. People take the right knowledge, information, and they mystify it. It sounds mystical. It sounds like it's other level to a lot of people. So then they add in the dollar game behind it. Putting Pop face up, they're adding in the dollar game behind it. Oh, this is the ancestors moving and da-da-da. Man, no, it's their pockets moving. It's their bellies growling. Greed. You understand? And I've been investigating. They trying to figure out why I've been all over the place. I've been all over the place doing my investigation. I got files on everybody. That's why I've been all around here. Trying to see what is going on. Why has it taken this long? You understand? Somebody's sitting there with a button in their hand talking about something they finna press play. And you've been standing there for 2 hours looking at them like, what the fuck is going on? How long you gonna keep saying, oh, if you give me another dollar, I'll press play. You give me another dollar, I'll press play. I'm really gonna press play this time. All you gotta do is give me another dollar. I really, really, really will. And they just keep adding more reallys. And you still standing there passing them your dollars. I'm gonna really, 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 really press play this time if you just give me one more dollar. And then you just give me one more dollar. You know, that's a scam that happens. Listen, I've been around a lot of people now. Okay, there's a scam that works on elders. Okay, they call, say they with some type of company and some situation didn't happen and they can help. You know, they send in this money to make sure it's protected. The elder sends in some money. All right, no, all right, you got to send in a little more. Something went wrong with that, but we really can look out for you. All you got to do is send in one of the elders, and they hit you 3, 4, 5 times until you realize, wait a minute, I'm being scammed. Because the elders don't know nothing about no scam. You feel what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people that just want Pops home. A lot of their responses is, you know what, I'm going to send the money just because they saying it's for Pops. You know, and that's the mystification of it all. That's how Shaitan can get in a garden and destroy it from the inside out. When things become too mystified. That's not what we were taught. If people can't give you the truth, walk away from them. That's what we were taught. If they say they raising money for Pops, they need to be able to explain to you what's going on. I ain't saying they can talk to about every single thing. When y'all are asking questions, literally, and y'all are giving y'all money to these people, and they can't give you no answer, something should dawn on you. Something should be like, wait a minute. What's happening here? You know what I mean? Or you got to become a part of this secret group just to get secret information. It sounds the same thing that the Caucasoids set up, right, with their Masonic temples. Sounds like the same thing, don't it? And then they get upset with everybody else who going, every Manly P. Hall is getting attacked out here. When we find out, oh, they don't want to do it the right way. They don't want to let us in and see what is truly going on with Pop's case. They sitting there guarding, okay? What I tell you in my books, I say they act like they're safeguarding, but in all actuality, they're what? They're bow-guarding. They don't want people to see what they're doing. It's called the hidden hand or the sleight of hand, to be specific. You know what I mean? Nobody's lying on you, Tyler Jack. You got to stop it. It ain't a whole bunch of men coming. I don't know what these whole bunch of men is doing. But when I came to you, all right, only because of your problem with young elder, you ousted me. And you didn't just oust me and stop talking to me. That's one thing. You stopped talking to me and started slandering me. You started telling people I was coming to snatch your soul through the internet. You told people I did witchcraft, me and young elder, to get your car to stop working. You telling people I'm light-skinned. You saying all this, it's off the wall. All this off the wall stuff. And this whole time you were doing that, I'm still there saying, look, I hear you slander me. If you saying you were Pops, I'm still going to help. And you kept trying to push me away, thinking you're pushing me away from you, right? No, listen, it ain't about you. None of this is about you. It ain't about me. It ain't about this. It's about Pops. You know what I mean? No, I'm serious. She was telling people there's always these light-skinned men and mentioned me. I'm like, Faise One, all these light-skinned men trying to take over the... What are you saying? I'm not trying to take over anything. You don't know? I got a t-shirt on I wear every day. It says, I'm not saying I'm the master teacher. You You ain't seen me wear it? I got a t-shirt on that literally says Dr. Malachi York is the master teacher of all time. Let's go master for master. You didn't see that one? I wear it all the time. It's the signature shirt. I'm not speaking my truth. I'm speaking the truth. Let's get it clear. Because that's just what something that seems like people can't do. They can't speak the truth. It always got to be something that lean to one side or the left or the right. No, speak the central truth. The one truth. You understand? And the one truth is, and this shouldn't be hard to see, it's all about money. And that's sad. It's the same story with Judas and Asa, isn't it? Or Jesus. It's sad. It's all about money. For the love of money. Look at what these people have done for 22 years. For the love of money. If you really with Pops, you really working, all right, and you swear up and down, like Type of Jet, you swear up and down that you can discern and you done talk to your ancestors, went to Costa Rica. Why you ain't asked them about me? Why you ain't asked your ancestors about me? You know what I mean? And let your ancestors tell you I'm the Faise. I got a problem with them too. And we can keep going and going and going. And where do you think I'm going? And now Type of Jet talking about, I'm not going nowhere. Sounds familiar. I told you that. You're not running me off. What do y'all think this is? No, Pop said he don't know what you're doing with that money. That's what he said. He said you're conning people for money. He never said put Type of Jet out of the tribe. He never said Type of Jet isn't one of us. Now, I didn't hear him say that. But what I did hear him say is you're conning for money. I did hear him say that. Before they released any audio, there's another audio that I heard where Pops was speaking. It wasn't edited. You want to know how it wasn't edited? Because the person who let me hear it had just left the place and met up with me right after because my question was put in while they were sitting there talking to him. I texted them at just the right time. I said, yo, what's the good news on Pops? They said, yo, I'm talking to him now. Right? And that's how I received my answer. You with me? So I know they had no time for 30 minutes. 30 minutes, they edited 4 hours worth of conversation. No, he ain't editing. Y'all don't know Pops talk. You don't know how he speaks. You don't know how his mannerisms. That's him. Didn't nobody edit that. That's not AI. I listened to the whole, listen, I sat there 4 hours listening to Pops, and he dedicated a portion to speak about Tyler. They're not lying on you. They're not lying. And if I wasn't supposed to hear that, I would have never sent that message right on time. Because if I never would have sent that message right on time, none of this would have, I wouldn't have been able to tell y'all any of this. That's how I move, and that's what I pay attention to. That if he didn't want me there, I wouldn't have been there. If I wasn't supposed to hear something, I wouldn't be able to hear it. That's how it is. So you got to deal with that. Hopefully, all right, you hearing Pop say that will get you on the track because you better stop playing. If he's saying he don't know what's going on with that money, he don't know what's going on with that money. If he say you conning people, you forget who he is. Everybody want to remember who he is when it's beneficial to them or when it's convenient. But they don't want to remember who it is when it comes to them getting some straightening possibly. They don't want to remember who he is when it comes to their dirty laundry possibly being out there in them streets. He can see you. You're not fooling him. Go listen to Dr. Malachi York, 1992. You're not fooling the eye. People say, why is he overlooking me? You know what I mean? He said, I'm not overlooking you. I'm standing right here looking right at you. You're not fooling the eye. You know what I mean? Listen, you know the lie, you can tell the truth, right? You know the truth, you can tell a lie. Pop know you lying. He'll know. And guess what? A mastermind will let you think we don't know. I can't tell y'all how many people I done spoke to in the same community of people, right, who think that I'm stupid. And I let them. I let them think that they're so far intelligent and they running game and all this other stuff and I don't know what's going on. Okay, he's just a young dude. Oh, he just want to know what's happening. No. I'm there listening to everything you say. I remember everything you say. I can retain verbatim what people say. If you ever try to say you didn't say it, you might as well punch my nose as the play button and my mouth gonna open up and everything you ever said to me gonna come out. Can't never act like you didn't ever say it. Type of Jet, you told me so much stuff that you're gonna have to explain to these people how I would know, sir, how I know what the colors of your room is. How I know the wall color in your room. How I know what bed you were saying that was needed. How I know this stuff? If I was supposed to be some demon who was coming to put a hex on you and break your car down for some reason, why did I send you $99 for the car? Because you, at the end of the call, make sure you mentioned your car. And I said, okay, I had like $200 on my cash up at the time. I sent you 99 with green light emojis. I can screenshot that and show y'all that. And her thing is, oh, devils will send their money. Well, that's going to be your safe thing, isn't it? That's your fail safe. That anybody who been sending money and helping you out, that come out and find out that you was bullshitting, right? Then you just going to call everybody that ever sent you money that found out your bullshit a devil. That's easy. That's smart and genius. Don't think that people who have the tendency to align with jinns aren't genius. I put that in one of my books recently. I say, yo, in the root word of genius, you see jinn right there smiling at you. That's a genius. Look, it's genius for motherfuckers to be reporting my live every time I go. That's genius. I just said that before I got on. I said, that's smart. I'd had already appealed to these people, say, look, I don't know what's going on. I ain't say no hate. I ain't do no hate group thing. This ain't no hate message and none of this stuff. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? It's people on Instagram doing way worse shit. Talking about your technology made a mistake. Your technology, these motherfuckers is reporting it every time I go on there because they know I'm telling the truth. I've been around. I don't know why y'all did what y'all did. Y'all looking at me like I'm the judge. I'm not judging everybody. I don't know why y'all treated him this way. Why did y'all do him like this? He devoted his whole life. He gave his whole life to y'all. Literally. So one small disagreement 25, 30 years ago, some of these people have held on to a disagreement with the master teacher for 30 years. Are you going to tell me that these ain't jinns? Y'all going to tell me them ain't jinns? You get into a disagreement with your brother, your father. Next day, y'all good. Y'all held this for 30 years. You needed a reason. All you needed was a reason. That's all Zuin ever need. And Zuin don't need a good reason. You know, all he needs is a bad reason. He said, oh, he didn't want to give me money. I was asking for some shoes, and he got all these other people's shoes. He didn't get your message. You held on for 30 years about them damn shoes, and he didn't get your message, and you've been hating him for 30 years. You know, that might be an example that seems severe to a lot of people, but this is what all of this is about. Money. Somebody didn't get some money. Somebody didn't get some attention. They felt like he loved this person more. This person wanted to be the main wife. These women wanted to throw themselves at him. Like all this jealousy, greed, envy, lust, pride, the 7 deadlies. That's what this been about. And you can't tell me shit. I was there. Ain't nobody finna tell me shit. The only thing you're gonna be able to tell me is from where you were in those moments. You can't tell me this didn't happen though. Stop blaming the government. Stop blaming the white man. Stop blaming Caucasoids. Stop blaming the 6th ether. Stop blaming Draconians. They blaming everybody but themselves. They looking at everybody but themselves. What are you talking about? Sometimes you got to realize, yo, it's like, yo, we got to have enough sense. We got to have sense. You with me? So now I'm seeing Rod Hayes come out. It's like, yo, Rod Hayes, tell the truth, man. Just all I'm waiting on niggas to do is tell the truth. When Rod Hayes was hitting Young Elder up saying, I want to work for tell Faze, we can go live, da-da-da-da. I said, tell Rod Hayes that I'll let all that stuff slide. If he can come out and just tell the truth about what you did, Rod. And how you coming around 3 years later, Rod. But I already came to you and said what the situation was. You knew who Pops was, but you was pushing for Larry to get out. They in the same dorm, literally. You were pushing. Then you going to tell everybody, oh, Larry is a student of Dr. York. And you didn't never mention Dr. York getting out until I came to you. They can play it, but I got records. They can kick it, but I was there. In the beginning, it wasn't about no truth law or sovereign conversations, and you know, it wasn't about none of that. It wasn't about the Moors and the natives and the chiefs and none of that. In the beginning, it was about the Anunnaki. That's how he blew up. The Anunnaki, 10, and Enki and Enlil and Enlil's children and Enki's children. He ain't never met none of them children. He don't know Enki if Enki was staring him in the face. He wouldn't know Enlil, he was staring him in the face. You didn't know none of this stuff. I knew exactly as soon as my mama sent me the first video, I said, all this pop shit. All this is pop shit. So when I finally got to talk to you, what I bring up, I said, yo, you ever heard about Dr. Malachi York? Yo, oh, Malachi. Yeah, I know about Malachi. Oh, you know about Malachi. Well, it seems like you know a lot more than just about him, because everything you saying is what he taught in the Holy Tablets. You speaking on stuff I ain't never heard nobody else say ever. Turns out, yeah, you read the works. You're familiar with it. So you out here speaking and teaching, talking about Larry, talking about the Galactic Federation was going to rain down lightning for Larry and all this other stuff, and you never thought to mention Dr. Malachi York in his response to me. I'll never forget it. He said this in front of a room of hundreds of people. He said to me, Malachi York doesn't need people to know he's in prison because he's going to get out. He said, Malachi already getting out. He don't need nobody to know. When I had a call in my possession, it was sitting in my, literally my Facebook Messenger, where Pop said the direct opposite. He said, the more the merrier. The more people know about this, the more people working on this, the merrier. He didn't say nothing about no, he don't want people to know. Same thing Prince York was saying. Oh, Pops don't care about clearing his name. He says the direct opposite. Don't believe anybody. That's what he said. Don't believe anybody. Don't believe anybody or anything. You're not dealing with a regular situation. You want to know how you're not dealing with a regular situation? The biggest case in U.S. history, the biggest conspiracy in U.S. history, and it has not touched the textbooks. This is the biggest shit that ever done happened in the U.S., and there's no movie about it. Oh, but they'll make a documentary to tear them down, won't they? In a heartbeat, they will. But there's no movie about it. It's not in my textbooks. But I saw Malcolm X and I saw Farrakhan in my textbooks. But they won't add in the white. They'll add in the Hebrew Israelites, everybody. We learned about all them. Theocracy, everything. Everything was right there in the books. Except Nuwapu and what happened with that. And we learned about all these other people's situations and all these other things that they were trying to compare him to, but they made sure in school that we didn't learn about him. Everybody in my school didn't know who that was. I had to teach them. Same like out here in this world. This world didn't know. I had to bring it to them. How? Well, you got a whole conscious community that sound, talk, act just like him. They're not him, but they be acting like it. They be trying to sound like it. They be trying to teach like it. But then they do stuff like throw a meeting called the Gathering of the Masters and leave him out. The Wizards are raw and they leave him out. You understand? When he got all kind of books and teachings speaking about that. Showing people how not to just eat right, how not to just live right, but how to return to the etheric state. When nobody even told you. Y'all didn't know what ether was. You had to ask Einstein. Let alone non-ether. And now everybody taught you. Done heard everybody from Young Pharaoh to Rashad Jamal say non-ether. Ask them where they got it from. Some of y'all know what I'm saying is true. That's why I said this is that year. The orators got to come out. Y'all helpers of light, I see y'all. Ain't like nobody's moving. Trust me, I see you. Y'all got to help out. You got to keep speaking the truth. You got to let it be known. Because they trying to buy time. That's what all of this is about. The hidden hand is moving in that clock, trying to buy time. And while they're trying to buy time or abide by time or asking for abidance, all right, a bite dance like I broke down with a TikTok thing or a continuance, we've been holding back the clock like Dr. Malachi York in the Only a Dream song, right, for the other hand of it or the other side of it. Saying, look, we ain't risen up yet. We haven't become what we're supposed to be yet. Those who are. You know what I mean? But remember, tape runs out. And they playing games. And I want y'all to remember these moments. Remember these moments. When I told you, don't believe you can't believe any of these. I'm not telling you to believe me. I'm just saying you don't got to believe what I'm saying. I'm telling you, don't believe what I'm saying. I'm saying investigate what I say. I'm saying take it a step further, become a part of more, ask more questions, call, ask, see what's going on. Same way I'm doing. Ain't nobody stopping you. See what's up with what? Exactly, your own due diligence. No, nobody's lying on top of Jet, right? I don't know what happened with all these other people, what they got going on, okay? But every time I tried to figure out or worked to figure out how to help Pops, there was always a devil at the gate. Do you hear me? Now, that don't mean that everybody is just, that I'm speaking about is inherently a devil and that they're just genetically related to jinn. I don't think that. What I'm saying is they could be disagreeable. Right? What is disagreeable? That means they disagree about L. They don't agree about L. What is L? Order. L is order, or say law. All right? How it starts with that L, help you remember that. As the 90-degree angle that all squares are given when we first come into the order. What is it called? An order. When the gavel is banged, what is it? Say order. When things are out of order, you bring it back to order. You understand? We got the right angle for this very reason, to be able to do the works of bringing things back to order. There was always somebody there that disagreed about that order. All right? Now, I'm going to let you hear what's going on with even the, because Rod Hayes just went live with Ibrahim and Adrian Patrick. I don't know what they got going on. All I know is, Rod, you still ain't set the record straight. You know what I mean? Something is off about that. Because now you jumping up like Free Dr. York, and you told people he ain't need to know none of this. So you have to explain to me what happened. Now, if you had some divine revelation, I'll take it. Okay? If you saying you really want to help Pop, I'll take it. But if you really want to help Pop, why is it not that you're working with the ones who are actually out here screaming for that to happen? Why you got all the people that follow you thinking that I was some type of nemesis that came out to attack you, when all I was asking you was, why were you advocating for one to get out and not the other? Why were you advocating for Larry or the overseer's freedom and not Dr. Malachi York's freedom, who oversee this whole thing? Why? And I have the right to ask. You with me? But they tried to make it seem like I was a problem. Remember that? Oh, I'm a disagreeable. I'm a this and the third. No, y'all are playing games. So I'm watching y'all play. This is not a content thing. This is not, oh, I got another video thing. This is not a let me throw my face up that thing. This is, are you really going to help them? I've been said that. You can't act like you finna help Pops. You got to really help them. You with me? So I'm going to show y'all what happened. Again, it wasn't never supposed to be no problem with me, Ibrahim, Uma, none of these people. Should never been no problem. When Uma came on the live with me, what happened? She said there's no problem. I didn't check her like, oh, do we got a problem? I didn't say it like that. I said, yo, what's the issue with me? Let me know. What's the problem with me? She's like, there is no problem with you. Okay, there goes that right there. There goes Izzy's problem with me. There goes Ibrahim's problem. All that should have been out the window, right? But no. It ain't like she got off the live and said, hey, me and Faise just had a conversation. All right, we just came to the agreement. There's no problem. Y'all chill out. Nah. Because I was getting a call to she's activating her brothers. Whatever the fuck that was supposed to mean. Okay, she's activating her brothers. Is it truth that she's activating them through? When we came here in the public and said there's no problem. We came here in the public. It's not that it's something wrong with Rod Hayes. There's an error that Rod Hayes made, okay? Back in 2021, when I came to him and brought this whole situation to him, and he told me that Malachi York somehow gave him a bump, was his word. First time I heard somebody say something like that. Malachi gave him a bump that he didn't need nobody to know he was in there because he was already finna get out. He said he was finna happen the next day. He about to get out. He's getting out. Okay, 3 years later, now you're saying no more games, Free Dr. York. What's going on? What happened? Because y'all tried to make it seem like Faise One was some problem going around hating on everybody when all he was asking y'all to do was not forget about Pops. Now, for all y'all to come around, if I said it from the beginning, if you really there to help him, ain't nothing I'm saying going to offend you because you really there to help him. Only way Rod Hayes could get offended by what I'm saying right now is he's not trying to actually help Pops. If he is, okay, then that's another conversation. Still, it begs the question, why did you wait when you could have helped from the beginning? You could have helped from the beginning. Y'all done pushed all this other stuff. They done, listen, you were helping Drake and Kanye. They were doing the free Larry Hoover conversations and concerts and all kind of stuff. Like, yo, did anybody Was anybody confused about Larry being in prison? Did the world need to find out who Larry Hoover is? They think they Big Meech, Larry Hoover. Did anybody like hear the name say, "Oh, does it ring a bell"? You had to really raise awareness for Larry. Now, again, I'm going to say this for all the brothers and sisters. By default, that is no disrespect to the overseer. It's just I didn't understand why someone who knows that Dr. Malachi York and Larry Hoover are literally in the same dorm would not. By default, that is no disrespect to the overseer. It's just I didn't understand why someone who knows that Dr. Malachi York and Larry Hoover are literally in the same dorm would not let people know he was in there. And when I asked him, he said it's because Pop's already coming out. I don't understand it. When y'all are telling me something and Pops is telling me something totally different, I don't understand it. What are you up to? What is this? Now, this is a game. I told y'all go watch that movie Spy Kids, Game Over. The one who is painted to be the villain, that's Dr. York. The one who was surrounded by all the green, okay? And the one who had all the different characters that were him, that's Dr. York. Because they tried to call Dr. Malachi York schizophrenic. That's what they were joking about in that movie. And they tried to make him the bad guy with the green light. In the end of the movie, you see Dr. Malachi York, or that character, standing with the one who was supposed to be the good guy. Who would have? Of course, they're going to always flip the roles. That's their job. You understand? You see them standing together. Those who know, Pop said that. He said, when it's all over, you're going to see me and the devil standing together laughing. It is a game, right? The game is almost over. All I'm saying is, y'all better be serious. Same thing Pops is saying. He said, don't lax on this. Don't relax. He said, tell these people, he said, this better be real. This better not be no bullshit. You know what I mean? This shit better be real. That's what he said. So I'm not saying, let's get this clear on the record for everybody to hear. Phase One, Omari Hargrove, has never pushed, all right, with all these messages he's been putting out, anything that Dr. Malachi York isn't already saying, or he comes out and confirms or profirms what I say. Every time I say so, if I say no parties, y'all need to be focused, he'll come out and say, no parties, y'all need to be focused. If I say, look, all the children, we overstand. I put the message out before Pop put it out. It's recorded. Right? I said, all the children, we overstand. I've been telling all y'all the same thing. Look, a lot of people did try to oust y'all. A lot of people isolated y'all. A lot of people hated on y'all. You're right. I tried to explain to them and reason with them and empathize with them the best way I could. I said, look, I didn't have my father around. Bodie wasn't in my life. But when he did come in my life, he gave me something that I needed, and I was able to build with that. I never hated him. And my father wasn't out there saving the world and building no nation. My biological father, Bodie, Fred Bodie, President R19 Body, whatever you like to call him, it's fine. Bodie Ray Love, right? He wasn't in my life, but when he gave me something, I was able to build with it. And he wasn't building no nation. He wasn't raising no nation. He wasn't saving the world. And I still don't hate him. Your father saved a lot of people's life. He did build a nation. He did save a world. And y'all were hating him. And he came and said the same exact thing. He said, look, he said, even if they hate me, he said, I can deal with that. He said, I've been in the worst prison, you know what I'm saying, for 22 years. You know, I can deal with that. Do you understand what I'm explaining to you? So I said, yo, all the children, don't hate your father. You know what I mean? Just try to see where he at. And then he came and said the same thing. That is what it means to truly be in tune with what's moving. I'm not moving for me. It should be clear. You know what I mean? I'm not in this for me. I'm in this because I saw my Umi crying. All right? When they blocked off the land, Tama Ray, and said nobody couldn't be there and all this other stuff, hypothetically. And we went onto the land, hypothetically, and I saw my Umi crying. All right? She stooped down. She picked up some dirt. She put it in a Ziploc bag and sealed it. She kept the dirt from Tama Ray. She had a statue on the land that was dedicated to her, Tef Nut. You want to know what's interesting about that? They used to try to check my Umi. Say, you can't wear this wrap because your shoulders is out. Look at these niggas out here now trying to act like women ain't being modest and stuff like that. Same thing they been doing. Some people you couldn't say shit to because you ain't know who they were and why they were there. Certain people were under certain laws. Certain people were under certain commandments. Certain people were under certain orders. Other people were under other orders that you didn't know nothing about. The one time they had a land event on the land Tamaray in Edenton, Georgia, where Erykah Badu came through. I think Jesse Jackson, the rest of them came through. Al Sharp, the rest of them. All right. And my Umi had on a lime green dress with her shoulders out. Right. And she had my little brother on her knee. She was bouncing. They was on the news, by the way. Hey, you might be able to find that clip some damn way. I don't know. I don't know if they documented everything they put on the news for Tamaray. But my Umi was on the news. Right. Sitting there with because my grandmama told her, she said, I just seen you on the news. Right. I was sitting there right with my Umi. And they bouncing my little brother on her leg. You know what I'm saying? He was a little infant, right? And the sisters was like, you got to cover your shoulders up. You know what I mean? Your shoulders is out. And my mom was like, I don't know who the fuck y'all think y'all talking. I'm not covering that. Y'all better get the fuck out of my face. Because they don't be knowing who they talking to sometimes. And guess what Pops did? Because she went through the ancient Egyptian order and received her name as the Tefnut. Not a Tefnut, the Tefnut. And guess what he did? When they made the statue for Tefnut, what they do? They put her in a lime green dress with her shoulders out. You understand? They had taken all the statues off of the land from Deity Road. When you first walked into Tamaray, Tama space RE for those who don't know, there was something called Deity Road. How I know that? I was literally there. That was one of my favorite things to do. One of them, just literally walk in because you can see all the statues, right? Of all the deities, of all the gods and goddesses. My Umi statue was right there on that Deity Road. They took all the statues off the land except 2 statues. And those 2 statues were Yeshua, or the living image of Yeshua, or Yeshua, right? And because he was a brown-skinned being, he had the afro, and he was on an Ankh, right? That was my favorite statue. It reminded me of myself. Take it or leave it. Don't give a damn, all right? And then they left another statue, and it was my Umi statue. And what was interesting is we both standing there. She seeing her statue, she's seeing the statue of Yeshua. I'm standing there, and they had Tefnut's feet cut off. All right? And I looked inside the statue. That's how I knew inside of the statues they were white wax. Because as a child, I didn't understand. I think I was like 5 years old when this happened. So as a child, I didn't understand. I was, okay, I see it's white wax inside. It looked weird. I saw the ants crawling all around it and everything. And every one of the, let me tell you something that I couldn't have known unless I was there. Each and every one of the statues had what was called the, what they call it? I wish she was on here to tell me the exact name. But it was a stone. What was the stone? Who were the brothers and sisters in here? What did they call the stone where they put the name on it? Right? I can't remember what we called it. It was specific. But hers glowed in the dark. All right? It was green. It was literally bright green. I don't know if all of them did that, but I used to go to hers and I saw hers glue in the dark. And even when we took the thing, because we took that from the land, right? And I used to love just sitting near it when the shadow hour came in the house, right? Because it would glow and it would have her name on it. No, it wasn't a tombstone. It wasn't no headstone either. It was something else. Only one who'll be able to tell me right now is her. It wasn't limestone either, y'all. Only one who'll be able to tell me is her. All right. Well, you call me, ask her what they call the thing that they put the name on for